Hello and welcome to these Battlegrounds. I'm Bobby B, and today we'll be looking at the GIJoe Classified Series Edwin Lifeline Steen. And Ace is also running around in the background here, so if she wants to provide some critique, she just might. But we got this current wave. We got Lifeline. Taking them out of the box. I got some skepticism, but we'll take a look at everything as we get into it. So jumping in, we got our GIJoe Classified Series, that carbon fiber box. Edwin Lifeline Steen. There's his attributes, if that wants to focus for you guys. QR code to the dead Hasbro site. We got a little action shot of him on the side. Doesn't look too bad in my opinion. A little action shot of him running here. I think that's the same thing that we saw with the big lob hopping over the thing. Is that from the Sky Striker HasLab, or is that the the fuel ammo truck from the flag? Because it looks like he's either on the deck of the flag or in front of the Joe Command headquarters. We got a close-up shot of just his face for some reason, and that shows that the briefcase can open. For those of you tracking at home, he's going to be made in China. And here's your barcode if you want to screenshot that. You're okay. You're okay. If you want to pause and screenshot that and go from there. So, as you guys know, I'm a Joe vs. Cobra era baby when it comes to G.I. Joes. I do remember my brother's Lifeline and O-ring figure. I remember we buried him in the garden on the side of the house a couple times. I just remember the rescue down the leg, which we'll look at. But we got some interesting accessories. We'll take a look at some other stuff we got in the past and maybe brainstorm a little bit into what we could see in the future. But taking a look at his weapons first, we got this. I think it looks like a nice Glock-looking pistol. I'm here for it. I'm a Glock guy myself. So, got the porthole for blast effects. Not a whole lot else going on. Pretty simple cut and dry. I know that in the cartoon he was a whiny little pacifist. Not saying the pacifists were whiny, but he was just so whiny in the cartoon that I hated him. I couldn't stand him in the cartoon. And then I know the original had the pistol with him and everything, and then we got our holster. So we'll talk about that as we go on. You also get this nice knife, like a new, modern, this is what everybody carries kind of knife. Like this, the blade would fold in. You got your seatbelt cutter right there. So definitely a unique, getting into the realism a little bit here. And then we have our elbow flashlight for some reason. Let's get into the medical stuff. So we got this white and gray backpack, a little bit of I guess, blood pressure, heartbeat per minute, cardiograms, whatever you want to call them. A little bit of gray going on here. What is that? A little bit of gray going on here. Some white, some it looks like a cloth, kind of like pouches and stuff. Got some buttons, some blank screens and stuff. So just, I think I could have used a little more deco. It does not open up that I'm aware of. It does not. Cookie. So your cookie, okay, your cookie's right there. Nobody's gonna eat them. We also get this briefcase. We got that logo on it. I guess the Red Cross logo is copyrighted or something like that, so we can't see that. But this does open up, and then there's just.
How about that?
That's Big Lob, yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, here, take this chair. Put them over here. Looks like we got some shears in there. So you can cut some clothing off. We got a little square, an oxygen tank, and then these two, I guess, maybe blood vials, saline solution. Who knows? So just, I mean, a little bit of paint could have gone a long way. I don't think this piece comes out. Doesn't seem like it would. But I mean, it's there. I guess it's there, but it just seems like, I don't know. I would have rather. Now, I could have gone for a deluxe if everything was dudded up, had the whole razzle dazzle of the medicness going on to it. So kind of disappointing there, but we'll circle back to this. We got this IV bag, and this is kind of short in my opinion, because if you put it on a figure, we got Grunt on standby over here. If he's laying down, grab our litter. That's not gonna do anything. So you have to have a figure posed next to him holding it to keep it up. So I think they could have given it some kind of stand or something, even to make it like in line with the height of this, to be flat on the ground, and then have this protrude down past it. So I don't know. I figured that's just a good idea. I just think it wasn't executed properly, I guess. So we also get our oxygen mask, our breather mask. Very long hose, but that's because it plugs into the briefcase here. I think Shark Eyes just did a little clip on it, but it's there. I mean, there's no way to like get this to stick to the figure. I wish it would have had like maybe like a thin elastic strap or something. Maybe make it a little bit bigger, oversized. That way you could run it that way, but I don't know. So, you got some Energon cubes? You want them in the video?
No.
Okay, well then get them out of here. Thank you.
Hi. Babe.
It said hi. So, we have my favorite. We have a character that's always wearing glasses with removable glasses. And we get some gold frames with some bluish, greenish, clear lenses. So I'm all for that. Translucent lenses. We also get 2 sets of goggles. We got the over the helmet pair and our under the helmet pair. Clear with a gray strap. We have our red and white helmet for him. We got a little microphone piece that looks like it could move, but it just doesn't. So taking a look at the figure, we got that logo there again. I don't remember which the original Lifeline had. I skipped out on Pursuit of Cobra because the cartoon left such a sour taste in my mouth for the character. And I get it. Someone's gonna be like, well, Desmond Dawes, you know, he didn't carry a weapon. And then they're basing all their facts off of the Hacksaw Ridge movie instead of doing any research at all. So there's always going to be that guy. But yeah, I'm Lifeline carries a gun in my universe. He's part of an elite special forces team. So it's your headcanon, your figures, your characters, your collection. You do what you want with it. But he looks kind of mean here. He does not look as nice as he was in the comics. He looks kind of pissed. He's like, oh, I got to go save these guys again. You got to be kidding me. But again, we got that logo. It matches the briefcase and everything. We got some white shoulder pouches. We got the open collar with the white undershirt, white zipper going on. And then if you really wanted to, you could take this whole like shoulder holster. I don't know what to call it, holster off. But we can look down. Oh, down that much, and we can look up none. But T-pose. Arms down. We got some butterfly, bicep cut, but it breaks up that white patch, so that's a weird thing. We got double jointed pinless elbows. We got the white elbow pads. Working our way down. We got the ab crunch. We got the waist rotation. Doesn't destroy the sculpt, but it kind of protrudes out a little bit. This belt and drop legs are separate, but this diaper piece just looks so off. Like his pants look super baggy to me, and it looks strange. We got the rescue down the leg. Focusing on our belt here, we got some more, I guess, EKG, pulse ox, whatever you got going on, readings. We got our pouches over here. We got our little slit over here for the holster, our knife sheath. We got our drop leg hips. We can split. It doesn't interfere at all. Thank you. We got the thigh cut, but it breaks up that rescue. We got our double jointed pinless knees. Got our white knee pads. And then we have our boot cut and our ankle rocker rotation. I feel like we've seen these boots before. Remind me like Ugg boots. So let's get him loaded up here a little bit. Does anyone else come with this Glock? I don't remember. And someone's gonna ask, how does the backpack fit in? Like so. You taking your cookies? All right. Get that out of the way. As far as just straight up, no helmet. There's the glass. He looks pissed. He looks so mad. I can't get over that face sculpt. But there's your glasses. You guys know how I feel about removable glasses. Let's try to get this goggles and helmet on. So here's the goggles with the helmet on. I kind of took the head off and kind of pushed the head straight through and then pulled the chin strap up. And Ace is swinging around some pool noodles right now. All right, here he is with the glasses on. It was a pain to get his head out of the helmet with those goggles on. There he is with the goggles on, and we'll throw the oversized pair over, maybe, if they want to fit. I got the wrong pair? That's the right pair. If I can get these to latch over. That's as good as I'm gonna get them to kind of latch over a little bit, so I'm kind of not feeling that. I got a little bit of wobble in there. Make sure I have the right pair here. So as far as size comparisons, he's right there. We got our grunt. We have our Operation Monster Force Phantom Core. We got Big Lob, just towering over everybody. Our Skeletron Jungle Wolf Trooper. And then moving forward, I know that I think the Legacy line still exists to the most part. We're waiting on some kind of medic or doctor EMT. I'm assuming we'll see some of this stuff. Hopefully we'll get a better stretcher that doesn't collapse under the weight of a figure. But I don't know. I hope they don't use this buck, because I'm not a fan of these baggy pants. They just seem off to me. But there you have it. GIJoe Classified Series Lifeline. You guys pick him up, skip out on him. He's not your thing. You hate the character. You love the character. You're not a Doc fan. You're a Lifeline fan. You're waiting for a different medic. Let me know in the comments below. Till next time, load up, grab your kits. See you on the battlegrounds.